Alright, hello everyone. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've actually got a guest with me. His name is Ezequel Grand, and you can see I'm on his website right now called the Cargo Collective. And he is waving to me on Skype, but wait, he's not on the screen. Here we go, everyone. Ezequel Grand, the man of the moment.
Hello.
I reached out to Ezequel because I was having a little bit of trouble with Houdini, and there was something that he created recently that was really cool. That was something similar to this with the spaghetti stuff. So I've got Houdini open over here, and you'll see at the beginning of this tutorial, he actually helps me out, and he shows me how to do something like this. So this is basically just a DAS model that's been imported into Houdini, and Ezequel runs me through the whole process of setting up these nodes to get a result like this. So if this is something that you're interested in, you'll see Ezequel's going to be showing you from start to finish how to do this, and it's actually quite easy. So yeah, we're going to be doing that, and like I said, if you guys want to check out some of his work, I've got his website open here, cargocollective.com. He does a lot of cool stuff on here using Houdini, and we've got his Instagram as well if you want to follow him. That's at Cascal with 3 L's, and then Facebook as well, Cascal. So you guys can go ahead, check out some of his work. He's got some really awesome stuff here using Houdini, and some ZBrush stuff there as well. So yeah, this is basically going to be a mini tutorial and a hangout for you guys. It's going to be the first official hangout for the channel. It's going to be random, guys. This was unplanned. Basically, Ezequel told me to come on Skype quickly to show me these techniques, and it ended up turning into a hangout. So there's a lot of stuff that useful information that he'll be giving you guys, useful websites, and all Houdini related stuff. And there's also a lot of art related talk, so I hope you guys learn some interesting stuff from watching this hangout. So thank you, Ezequel. I'll bring you back on the screen quickly. Thank you for basically just giving me some of your time, and you've taught me some really awesome stuff. So I hope whoever's watching this,
we can help some. No, I hope we can help the people, like, because Houdini is kind of tricky at first, but if you keep pushing, that you will get there.
Definitely.
So don't be afraid of Houdini,
There we go, guys. You heard it from Ezequel, straight from his mouth. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, guys. But yeah, this is what we're going to be creating. It looks really cool, and he'll be showing you everything, and then from there we'll be having an art talk. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so for the tutorial part of this hangout, we're basically going to be creating this like spaghetti, I don't know how to really explain it, but it's basically like a spaghetti that's growing on geometry, and this is the example over here, and Ezequel's going to be showing me from start to finish how to do this, how to set up the nodes, but there's already a hip file with all of the parameters and everything set up for us to use. And if you check the description as well as the comment on this video, you'll see that I supply a link to the forums over here for OddForce. You are going to have to sign up to OddForce in order to access the hip file, but once you've done that, you just want to scroll down. You'll be on the first page. Just scroll down until you find this, and then just download the hip file. And then in Houdini, you're just going to go to file and open that hip file in it'll be SOP solver growth. You're just going to open that in Houdini. You'll have this torus over here, and then Ezequel's going to run me through the tutorial to set this up to use it with other geometry. Right, so I hope you guys learned something useful from this. So let's go ahead, let's get started. Okay,
so you have to press tab to add a node.
Okay, tab, yes, and then you type file,
and add the file merge node. Every time you want to import something, you have to do with that node that is called file merge.
Okay, I'll
so then that. You have to go to the file on properties on top,
yes,
and click on the arrow, to add the DAS mode.
Okay, accept.
And now, if you click on the node icon, as you can see on the torus, there is a pink button on the torus icon.
Yes, yes, I see that.
Okay. In the file merge that it's on the next, you have to click on the blue one.
Okay. Okay, now it's
Why is
visible.
okay? It was loading.
Yes,
So now what the blue button does is select the model, and the pink one is like a reference, like in wireframe for
yes.
reference, but you are actually on the file merge node.
Okay,
So now you have to press tab again
okay,
and add a type transform.
okay. Transform.
Okay, and add the first one.
Okay.
Put it below the file merge, so you, yeah, right there, and
Okay.
now connect with the object.
It's not dragging out a connecting
You
node for
have
me.
to click once and click then on the
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
and drop, yeah.
Okay.
So now instead of selecting the file merge on the blue button, select the transform below, but the blue button
Okay.
there. So now you are on the transform sub, and uh, on the top you can see that it says uniform scale on the properties.
Wait. I'm just looking for that. Yes, uniform scale. See, I see
Yeah,
that.
put something like 0.3 test.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. I see. And it uniformly
Okay,
scales it.
so
Okay.
so compared to the torus, I think that with 0.2 or 1.5 will be will be good. We, because we are taking a heap file that was made by another person, so you have to
Yes.
try to match the size to make the spaghetti work fine,
Okay.
So now you have on top of uniform scale, you have translate.
Yes. I see that.
So that are the coordinates. Try to move to, for example, try 5 in there.
Oh, you mean I must try and get it to like this origin where it's centered with the
Yeah,
torus?
yeah. You have to try to match that, and
7.
that's great. Yeah. That's
Okay.
enough.
Okay.
And try to move a little to the bottom.
Okay.
That should be the
Okay.
middle one.
I see. Because here it doesn't say what's X, Y, and Z.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Houdini is kind of for nerds,
Yeah.
every every people I see, for example, use instead of using the color palettes, they put
Yes.
the colors in numbers.
Yeah. I
Super
see.
super nerd.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think we can try with that. Um, so now go to the transform sub,
Yes.
and connect the that sub with the solver. Instead of the torus, drag that to the second input.
Okay. So drag this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now go to the end of the chain on the nodes.
Which node? The solver or the transform?
The move to the bottom, to the end, to the facet
Okay.
node,
Facet. Yes.
and click on the blue icon there to enable the facet node,
Okay.
and press play. It should work.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, and I saw something. If I go back to that forum, there was somebody that
Yeah,
actually used this SOP on a DAS model. I'll show you now.
yeah,
I'm not sure which page it was. I think it was. Wait, am I on the right page here?
yeah.
Differential
On the
curve.
on the Odd Force forum, there are a
Yes.
lot of heap file that are, because that's the way of learning for them. Like you ask
Oh,
a
this is
question
cool.
and they provide you a heap file.
Yes. Wow, this is so cool, man. Because
Yeah,
I've actually seen a few people on Instagram using this
yeah.
technique. And I was
There
always
is,
wondering, like, because I actually thought it was Houdini at first, because procedural stuff like this, I always think it has to be Houdini. And then I saw
yeah.
you do this, and I was like, what? Wow, that's amazing. So I had to
I
ask.
think that there is a way to do it with Cinema 4D, but it's kind of it's not that customizable. Like you have in Houdini, you have more control,
Yes, yes,
and I
definitely.
think that with X particles you can do like the swirl. I think Grayscale Gorilla has a tutorial to do a similar effect with the cool noise,
Yes.
but this one looks better for, in my opinion.
No, I agree. There's something over here that I
And
wanted to mention.
yeah,
Yes,
no, on Instagram there is, as you say, a lot of people doing the effect. For example, Anthony Tudisco. I don't know if
yes,
you know the artist.
yes.
It's
That's
using
it.
a lot.
Yeah. This is what I wanted to ask you. I've reached the end of the timeline over here. Do I just type another
Yeah.
value in here to extend it, like to 4,000? Let's say.
Okay. You want to.
Because you see, it's
You have
reached
to.
2,000
Yeah.
and it didn't finish.
Yeah. You have to go to the icon on the right to the screen, the last icon after the timeline. There.
Okay.
Click there and will
Uh,
open.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so from 1 to 4,000 apply. Okay, there we go. And
And
then, okay,
where
looking at
where
this. Okay, sorry. You
Yeah,
can go.
where you have the clock that it's ticked now,
Yes. Oh, okay.
that clock means that the simulation will run in the normal velocity. If that clock isn't clicked, the simulation will go faster.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. No, but this is cool.
So
I enjoy having conversations like this because I'm learning something from you as well. That's going to be quite valuable.
yeah,
So no,
yeah.
I appreciate that so much.
No,
There's something else I wanted to ask you. The size
mhm.
of this simulation, like the size of the spaghetti. How do you adjust the size, like to make it more dense?
Yeah, yeah. You have to go to the polywire shop. If you select the polywire shop,
Oh, there's the
there you
radius. Okay.
yeah you have some parameters there.
Okay, I see. So you can just adjust the. Oh, okay. Oh, this is cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
play
Houdini
around with
is
this.
Houdini is an amazing tool. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Uh, the
definitely.
problem, the problem I had, for example, I was learning for 4 months or so,
Yeah,
and if you want to really get into this kind of stuff, for example, you have to learn some programmation and
yeah,
vector mathematics, and it's
yeah.
kind
It's
it's kind of
technical.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, pretty technical and difficult for an artist. Like
yeah.
we are uh, pretty used to see visuals instead of numbers.
Yeah, no, definitely. That was also one of the main reasons why I didn't use Houdini so much. I like the fact that it uses nodes to create stuff, but there was
Yeah,
so much stuff over here that was just it was melting my brain basically. It was
yeah.
so complicated. But
I think that I
yeah,
think everybody struggles with that. At the first, I was like um surprised by the power of nodes. You can build a structure and then change one thing, and you have the same effect
yeah,
without destruction.
yes,
But for example, when I finish learning the SOP, you have like different categories of nodes. For example, the SOP solvers that are the solvers that we are using now are the surface operation solvers.
yes.
That they are like 100. When you finish that, you have like 10 categories more to have solvers.
Yeah.
So it's pretty scary.
It's complex. Um,
Yeah.
Ezekiel, there's something else that I wanted to ask you because I think you've
Mhm.
shared a lot of valuable information, not just the stuff that's related to this particular file, but a lot of useful information about Houdini.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe if it's okay with you, do you think this could actually be like maybe a tutorial to help other people as well? Because
Yeah, yeah,
you've helped me so much to get to this end result, and I'm sure there's other people out there as well that are probably wondering
yeah,
how to do this, and they're probably clueless like me as well. So I don't know if it's
sure.
okay with you. Maybe we can share
Yeah,
this on YouTube
no,
or
no
something like
problem,
that.
man.
Would that be
No
fine?
problem. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
think
and if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Right now, I wasn't in the studio and haven't. I don't
yes.
have Houdini on my notebook, but if I can help, I'm glad to help.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Ezekiel, because this is exactly what I wanted. I think I've got a result that I was looking for. I've just got, I think, one more question.
Yeah.
Um, because we've changed the scale, right? The wire radius. Is there any
Uh
way we
huh.
can add more? Like, can we make this more dense? Is like, what would we adjust
Try,
to?
try to run the simulation again, like going to the start and hit play.
Okay, I'm gonna run this from the beginning. Hit play. Wow, this is so cool. This is awesome, man. Wow. No, Houdini
But
definitely is an amazing program. It's so
I
powerful.
think I think but that with the time it should get more dense. But if not, because I'm watching some holes in there, I think click on the solver node,
Okay, I'm gonna
double
click on the
click on the
solver. Yes.
solver node. That solver node is where the magic happens. That if you double click on the solver node, you should enter to
Yeah.
the tricky part. There you go. You have
I see
like
scale. So
that there.
I must probably just play around with some of these settings and see what I can come up
Yeah,
with. Well,
yeah. I don't have Houdini right here, but can you go a little up on the solver node?
oh, sorry. Let me go back into the solver. Okay.
Let me put on big screen because I can. Can you go where it says create a void force? Can you go a little up on the node list? I want to see what. Okay, so in the resample node,
Yes.
that resample node, what it does is add points on the. For example, you have a spline. The resample node add intermediate points.
Okay.
So yeah, I will have to check the file because I think where it says segments, there is an expression. That's the language of Houdini.
Yes.
In there should be a parameter that I think that if you change that parameter, you will get like more dense
I see.
mesh. Where it says segments, that is frame dot channel. Can you show me that expression?
Frame at frame. Okay. They'll highlight the
Ah,
entire thing.
yeah, yeah. Resample rate. Yeah, I will have to check the file when I'm in the studio because
Okay.
but
Yeah.
there is a way to make like more dense.
Yeah.
Because this setup I think that is configured to work with the radius that it had before.
Yes.
But
Okay.
like the fun thing on Houdini is that you start tweaking parameters, and you get crazy results with playing, like experimenting,
Mm-hmm.
and you get Houdini crash too.
Yeah, no, and that's where I think that's where the fun comes in as well. Once you've got everything
Yeah,
set up, it's just a matter of playing around with different values and sliders and
yeah.
seeing what you can come up with. Um,
Uh,
and then this is basically how I exported this out of Houdini. I don't know if you were going to do it the same way, but I right clicked on this and I went to geometry. I went to edit geometry. And then from here, I right clicked again. I went to geometry and save geometry. And then from here,
yeah,
I can select OBJ because this is what I did
yeah.
recently. Just to,
I
I did that recently to get it out of Houdini to see if I could import it into another package, and it worked. I-
Uh-huh.
Is this what you did
Yeah,
as well?
I think that what I do is similar, but it's a little quicker. If you go to the node list where it say facets
Okay.
at the end,
Yes.
so you have to go to the last node or to the node you want to export and right click in there
Okay.
and save geometry.
Okay. I see. I
And
see.
there you
That's
go
quicker.
to directly.
Oh, directly to this window.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can change the extension manually. You know, in the name you put your name and that object instead of going to the list, and it will save as an object. Where it
Okay.
says video, you can put obj there, and that's it.
I see. Okay. Okay. No, this is awesome, man. Um. Okay, and probably this is probably the last question because I'm
Yeah,
looking at the
sure.
forum right now as well. Um,
Yeah, no.
yeah, this guy over here. See, he says he was using a model because he mentioned something about where is it? It's not perfect as steep, sharp parts of the geometry. Yeah, he was using a model
There,
over here because he mentions ears, and then he said in order to constrain it to a surface, I used inverted surface normals as velocity fields.
yeah.
Now this is another language to me. I don't know what this means or how to add this. Do you know how to do this?
So the normals are the direction that each polygon has. You know, like
Yes.
uh, for example, where you have the on the middle you have a lot of buttons. Can you see the button list on the just on the middle of the screen where you have a locket?
Yes, yes, over
Yeah,
here.
there.
Yes.
Okay, so go to where you have the point.
Yes. Well,
So
display
okay, so
points.
yeah, if you go lower, you will have display normals.
Oh, okay, I see that.
I think display normal is okay. So that lines are the direction of the normals, you know,
Yes.
and you can change that to drive the simulation.
Okay.
So let me check again what was saying the
Okay.
user.
He said, in order to constrain it to a surface, I used inverted surface normals as velocity field.
Yes, yeah, that's because this user used another method. You know, the users on the forum, what are they doing? It's like testing their own methods. You know, someone who's particles, someone who's the solver, that is the heap file that you are using.
Yes.
But but he said that he was having problem on the ears,
Yes, on the
so
ears.
that was probably not the best setup. I think the one that I used was the one that is on top, the red.
Oh, sorry. Let me open that up again. Uh, were you referring to this?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one that I used for the spaghetti scene.
Oh, okay. Grow line solver hip file. Okay. Maybe I'll give this one a try and see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
results for that.
I recommend you to download them all and play with them. You know the basic importing stuff, and the rest is playing with parameters. But
Yeah.
if you have any doubt, you can ask me. I will be happy to help.
Thanks so much, Ezekiel. I'm just looking at some
Uh,
of the results on here, like this bunny. I mean, the stuff that you
yeah,
can do with
no,
Houdini is
it's
it's mind
it's mind
blowing.
blowing. Yeah, man, it's
It's really
amazing.
cool.
That was the reason because I started to learn, because you can do like abstract animations, like
Yes.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm taking the ZBrush by Alex
Yes.
Finji.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've actually taken the same course. I just need to start it actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
I saw some of the first tutorials, some of the first videos, and I have
Yeah.
to sit and go to see ZBrush again.
Yeah.
I spent like 4 years on ZBrush learning
Yeah.
anatomy and stuff,
Mhm.
but then I stop, and when I try to go back, I can't. I can do a shit now.
Yeah,
I'm out of
that's what
this.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing about art. It just requires a lot of consistency because if you start getting lazy, you're going to end up forgetting a lot of things. So if you neglect a program like myself, where I neglected Houdini and I don't even know how to make a node, that's that's usually what happens. So yeah, definitely requires a lot of
yeah,
consistency. But I'm sure
yeah,
you've got a lot of I don't know if you're familiar with the term. It's called like muscle memory. So if you've used
yeah.
ZBrush a lot in the past, if you go back into the program right now, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff you'll just remember it
Yeah.
like immediately. You'll know what to do.
I remember the hotkeys and that, but it's yeah, it's a matter of sitting again like for a month and go back to the program. I
Yeah.
think that one big problem that I have is that I try to learn like every software, like
Yes.
every package, and
Yes.
I jump into Houdini for 2 months, then
Yeah.
into Cinema for 2 months and X Particles, and
Yeah.
I know a little bit of each one, but I'm not strong in one.
Yeah. You basically becoming like a jack of all trades. I'm exactly the same, but the problem with me is I like experimenting because there's so many programs out there that can basically improve your speed and your
Yeah,
workflow. So I also like experimenting, but I know exactly what you're talking about by using
yeah.
like a multitude of programs. I'm
I
exactly the same.
I saw your marvelous stuff, and you're
Yeah.
you're really progressing in there.
Oh no, thanks, man. No, that's currently my favorite program, eh?
Yeah, it's
I
it's
love
it's a
it.
great stuff.
No, I love it so much. I was actually
Yeah,
thinking about doing maybe a more in-depth tutorial on garment creation in Marvelous Designer because I've spent quite a lot of time trying to
yeah,
understand fashion design because that program as well, it's got a learning curve to it, right?
yeah,
Not the actual program itself, but how you have to think, how you sew
yeah, totally.
garments together. It's a whole new world. It's like Houdini. Houdini
Yeah,
is a whole new world when you're inside of this program. It's like nothing
yeah,
else. So
yeah,
it's
totally.
pretty cool.
And it's such a powerful software. Like the simulations are are pretty close to the reality.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Uh, where I get stuck sometimes is in the pattern stuff where you start adding stuff
Mm-hmm.
and connecting the parts.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get like a crash, and I say no. But lately, what I'm trying to do instead of, because I am I am all the day watching tutorials, and I realized that I was looking a lot of tutorials but not practicing enough.
Mm-hmm.
So now I put a goal and I say, okay, how do I achieve this? And I look for a particular tutorial and I
Yeah.
work and practice.
No, that's good.
Because
That sounds practical as well. It's
yeah,
focused.
because
Yeah. No, that's very
Ashtor,
good.
for example, says all the time that is with all the tutorials and software, it's pretty easy to get lost, in
Mm-hmm.
trying to learn, but you end up don't having a goal.
No, definitely. I'm just trying to think of now that you're mentioning that being goal orientated. There's this guy. I think it says how you can learn any skill very quickly. I'm just trying to remember his name. Okay, actually, if I remember it, I'll send you a message on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
actually
No.
it's very very informative. He basically he like teaches you, he like rewires your thinking on how you can learn more efficiently and exactly what
Yeah.
you're saying right now by being focused and focusing on one particular thing and getting good at that one particular thing. But if I find
Yeah.
it, I'll send a message
That,
to you on Facebook so you can check it out.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Have you seen the conference by Ash Thorpe on I think it's FIT events?
I've heard of FIT, but I haven't really watched anything
Uh,
related to it.
there are 4 or 5 talks in there, like 2 hour talks by great artists like Ash Thorpe, and I don't know if you know Shimon Monk.
Ah, yes, G-Monk. Yes, G-Monk's
Yeah,
amazing.
and,
Yes.
and, and they say they talk about how did they get there and share that, um, like for example, Astorp told that before sleeping he do a list of tasks for the next
Yes.
day, you know.
Yep.
And
I do the exact same thing. Write it down
yeah,
on a
I
piece of paper what you're gonna do tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah, totally. I started doing that like for the past 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm getting like 100% more
Yeah.
productive, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It makes you more productive as well because, yeah, it's like a list. It's like many goals that you have to work towards for the day. And when you tick
Yeah,
them off, it's like an achievement. Like in video
yeah,
games. In a video game, when it
yeah.
says achievement unlocked, it's something like that for
Tot-
me as well. Yeah.
it's great when I was going to say that when you tick some goal on the list, it's
Yes.
like you feel good, you know. You feel
Yes.
like I have done something.
No, definitely. It's very good to, yeah, that list thing definitely works. It keeps you productive.
Yeah, totally.
Ezekiel, it seems like now that I'm running the simulation, like I put the number a little bit higher, I can see it's actually getting a little bit more detailed as well. And this result is, oh, it's so cool. Like, I
I,
actually can't think of any other program that's capable of doing something like this. Because I was gonna
yeah,
try and get an effect like this in ZBrush, but uh, there's no way I was gonna get something just to flow. Like everything just
yeah.
flows together. Like it looks like one continuous flowing mesh. That just looks so
That
cool.
Yeah, that's the growth stuff. It's one single line that is growing, but never touch with the other. You know, I think that in ZBrush you can do something similar with
Yeah.
noise. I think the
Yes.
bird has a tutorial on that,
Yes.
and also you can play with spheres, but you will never get, as you say, that flow and that
Yeah.
clean mesh. You know,
Yeah. It's amazing.
and and if you export that, I think that in Cinema 4D you can add a subdiv and it will get smoother, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also do that in Houdini. You have a subdivision node, and I mean the,
Um.
the possibilities are endless. You know, you can transform that into smoke, into points, connect the lines.
Yes. Now there's just so much possibility with this program, and I've also
Yeah,
I don't know why, but recently I've seen more digital artists, even people that don't do like motion graphics, starting to play around with Houdini. Like I don't really do
yeah,
motion graphics, but I can see the possibilities of using this for illustration or characters
yeah.
with I don't know. Like I'm definitely gonna use this for a character. I'm gonna try and figure out how I can make this look a little bit better and then maybe use it for an illustration as well. So maybe there's going to be more artists that are going to start implementing this into their workflow, which is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that Houdini has become more popular on the this last year because, as you say, a lot of
Yeah,
artists are using like for doing abstract stuff.
yeah.
And for example, if you check the chat, the last link I sent you,
Okay, let me have a look at that. Okay.
you
Behance.
will have
Oh, I haven't
oh,
even, I didn't even see these links. Sorry, man. Okay, so let
no
me
problem.
open that one up and I'll open this
Okay,
one up as well.
if you check the last one, you will have a pretty good idea of what you can do with the growth stuff on characters. That is descriptive. Christoph Bader. It's an
Mm-hmm.
amazing artist.
All right, Christoph Better, and he's from Germany. Let's see. Wow, yeah, no, this is crazy. Oh, this yes, I've seen this stuff. This was done in Houdini.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
seeing this
Well,
garment quite a while back and I was actually blown away by this piece. Oh, this is
yeah.
really really
This
cool.
this this boy uses Houdini, but he's like a machine. You know, he knows Python programming, C++
Yes.
programming,
So this is basically
but
just a bunch of mathematical art that looks
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. This artist plays a lot with mathematical art, like for example,
Yeah.
Simon Homeldan.
Sorry you broke up there a little bit.
Have you heard about Simon Homeldal? Simon
No.
Homeldal?
Oh yes, Simon. Yes, yes, I know exactly who
Yeah,
that is. Yeah, he's amazing as well.
he's another amazing artist that he's very aesthetic, but he also knows all the mathematics.
Yes. So it's a bunch of nerds putting a bunch of numbers
Yeah,
together to create awesome stuff.
yeah.
And it's so cool.
What I think that most of the mathematical persons don't have that aesthetic sense, but Christoph
Hmm.
Vader and Simon have all. They are pretty talented.
Oh, this stuff is really, really cool. This is some good inspiration. But I remember
Yeah,
this, and I remember Bjork. Bjork.
yeah,
don't know how to pronounce her name correctly, but I know she's a
yeah.
musician.
Yeah,
And
she's a singer.
yeah. So wow,
And yeah,
this is really
Christoph,
cool.
all the gallery of Christoph Vader is great. It's pretty inspirational.
Wow, and this stuff was this 3D printed. Hold on. Is that like
Yeah,
oh my, this is crazy. So I mean like look at the possibilities of Houdini. It can go from
yeah.
mathematical equations to becoming something that's tangible like this mask. Unless I don't know, is this a real
Well,
mask or is this just added onto the image?
I think that all was done in computer and then 3D printed.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
are two
Oh, there we
persons.
go.
I don't remember the name of I don't remember the name of the studio, but there are two persons that are using this kind of approach to
Mm-hmm.
grow structures. Like they try to mimic the nature with the mathematical, and they print and will like uh, big studios. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I know this stuff is really, really awesome. I mean,
And
I'm even trying to think about. There's no ways. Even if I spend hours sculpting something like this in ZBrush, it's just I
yeah,
don't know. There's something about Houdini. I think it's the fact that it's mathematical. Everything is very precise in the
yeah.
way
The,
it
the fact is
generates stuff.
it,
So
it's
pretty cool.
procedural, and all the programming stuff in the back give you that result that I think that can only be achieved but
Yeah.
by Houdini or another program like processing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for example, doing this kind of stuff, it's you have to have a medium knowledge of Houdini. I didn't get
Yeah.
to the part of the programming, but
Mm-hmm.
I know how the nodes work.
Yeah.
But to do this, you have to if you go into the solver node, if you double click, I
Okay.
can show you some of the code. If you click on the third node on the node chain below,
Chain node, node chain.
where it say, for example, create
Oh,
edge
yes.
force. If you click one of them,
Oh, okay. I see.
there,
There's the code. Wow.
yeah,
This is
and
like,
and,
oh my word. That's
and
crazy.
you have like, for example, in this setup that it seems simple, you have like three nodes with code,
Yeah.
and that code it's like a beginner's code. Like I have seen programming stuff in Houdini that I can't even understand how the people can have that brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Really smart. Yeah, this
Yeah,
just reminds me of like coding for websites, and I hated
yeah,
that stuff to be honest. Like whenever I see numbers and stuff like
yeah.
this, oh man, it's a little bit
I,
off-putting for me, but I'm sure, yeah, if you take the time to learn this, and you can get really
yeah.
amazing results out of Houdini.
When I was doing, I was working for website design, and I quit because I am trying to move like to the 3D industry.
Yes.
But I was trying to learn HTMLS and CSS, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I hate coding, and that's the easy part of the web design, the front end. I
Yes.
don't understand how the people can. programming PHP, and MySQL and databases. They are
Yeah.
crazy.
I guess at the end of the day, it's also like something that you're passionate about. Passionate
Yeah,
about. If
so,
if you love numbers and lots of coding, then I'm sure you'll get into it. It's just like for
yeah,
me
so,
personally, I enjoy building like ideas and not typing lines of code. And I
yeah,
find it kind of boring, but that's just me personally. But obviously, there's people that
yeah,
are
yeah.
passionate about
They,
that and
it's
enjoy it.
important to find what drives your passion.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
for example, in ZBrush, I spent a lot of time trying to learn anatomy and building the body from scratch from a sphere.
Mhm.
But then I realized that what I was really trying to do is, for example, get a fast concept like Mashek Fusiara
Mhm.
that uses SAS and Photoshop and kit
Yeah.
bashing, and he gets like amazing results in
Yeah.
3 hours. He's
Mhm.
a beast.
Yeah. No, he is amazing. Just
Yeah,
he's just so because I took his Learn Squid course, his sci-fi course, and yeah, just watching him work, it really is
yeah,
amazing. But he's also very consistent. You can see that that guy is also working all the time. Like I've listened to quite a lot of his talks, and he's always
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about how important it is. Like when you become a creative, there's so much sacrifice that you have to make
yeah,
for
yeah,
family and
totally.
friends. Yeah, just to spend the majority of your time learning new things and experimenting, and it's just interesting to hear stuff like that, especially from like because he's an industry veteran. He's worked on
Yeah,
so many movies and games, so yeah, there's a lot
yeah.
of
Well,
things you can just learn from
I
his
think
mindset.
I think all the crew from Learn Square, for example, Anthony
Yeah.
Jones and Ash
Hmm.
Thorpe, Mashek, they are. I spent a lot of time listening to not only to the tutorials but their talks, about life and stuff, and they are pretty inspirational.
Hmm. No, definitely. Ezekiel,
Yeah,
let me see. I don't know if there was something else that I was going to mention back on Geo. Okay, so yeah, you've covered everything for me. You've helped me a ton, and you said it's okay if I can maybe upload this on YouTube, right? Because
yeah,
I mean, besides
yes.
this part of I'll call this a tutorial. This is basically your tutorial. But apart from that, I think we've also spoken about a lot of other interesting stuff that maybe other creatives can find
Okay.
interesting.
I hope
But
that the
yeah.
people can understand my English.
No, no, no. Your English is perfect. If I can understand you, trust me, I'm sure everyone else can understand. Now, I've had a really
Okay.
good conversation with you. You've helped me a lot. You've taught me something valuable with Houdini, and I think I'm actually gonna spend a little bit more time in this program when I get some more free
Yeah,
time. It's not a
you should.
priority right now, but I know this program is very very powerful. But I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna do something with this.
it's a great software, and when I get to the studio, for example, if you want to add some randomness to this
Yeah,
shape, for example, to erase certain points, that it isn't that perfect.
yeah.
I can make a Houdini file tomorrow and can send you and explain,
The hip
because
file.
right now
Okay, that'll be
it's
cool.
it's yeah, hip file. You
Yeah.
can do so much things on Houdini that is great. And if you want to get into deep, I think that Adam Swab course on Learn Square, it will be pretty great.
Pretty useful. Okay, so maybe I'll
Yeah,
have a look at that. And yeah, definitely. I think with some more of my free time, I'm gonna play around with Houdini a little bit more. Because currently, like I said, I'm really enjoying my workflow with Marvelous Designer and ZBrush and Keyshot.
yeah,
But I want to try and start including procedural stuff like this in my artwork. I think it's a little bit different as well, and pretty cool to
yeah.
play
And if
around
you
with.
and if you start mixing, for example, Houdini with Cinema 4D,
Yeah.
for example, you can add on the inside on the inside of the person, you can add, for example, a glove that has soft dynamics and pressure, and it will
Mm-hmm.
start growing, but will have the wires pushing them, and it's pretty powerful workflow, Or adding X particles to the mesh.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing. And I
Yeah,
think one last question.
yeah,
We've
sure.
got this simulated now, right? How would I go
Hmm.
about exporting this simulation, like this entire animation, out of
Yeah,
Houdini and like maybe into Cinema 4D so I can render it with Octane? How would I go about doing that?
you have to go to file.
Yeah,
I think that is on file and export Alembic.
Alembic. Okay,
Yeah,
Alembic format, and then I can import that into Cinema 4D.
yeah, that
This
will
is
work
cool.
on. I think that if you export the Alembic, what will import in Cinema 4D will be the animated plane, but you can add like a Lofton nerves,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be the same.
I see. Okay, so I'm gonna go back on the forum and try that other hip file as well, and then I'm gonna start playing
Yeah,
around with a bunch of
yeah,
sliders here for the rest of the night, just to see what results I can get just from doing like reverse
yeah,
engineering to play
yeah,
around with this
totally. And
stuff.
on
Yeah.
on Node4 forum, there are a ton of hip files. If you search for certain effect, you will see that the people there is amazing. Like
Mm-hmm.
they share all the time their knowledge, and if you ask a question, for example, if you search Cascal, my user,
Okay, let's
you will
do
see
this.
that there are some threads on creating abstract stuff like Christoph Wader.
Okay.
I think that there is a thread that is called uh, Cascal with one L.
One L.
I think
Okay.
that there should be a thread that is called Curly Pig. No,
Okay.
it's like I will send you the link to my. Give me a second. I will send you on the chat.
Okay.
I want to show you some of my questions that the users helped me with some pretty great hip files.
I'm actually wondering now if I do this. Imagine like 3D printing something like this out, and you have like this big spaghetti-like
Yes,
statue on your table or something like that. It's pretty. I think it's pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah, totally. I want to do something in 3D printing,
Yes. That's
but
actually that's my next venture. I want to try some 3D printing as well.
yeah, that's a pretty powerful technology nowadays.
Yeah. I
Okay,
see.
so
Okay.
yeah, tell me.
I was gonna say, yeah, I see 3D printing is also becoming a lot more popular nowadays, as well as
Yeah,
well the VR technology. I don't think it's been adopted by too many people, but that's also
yeah,
I think that's the next big thing in the way we actually present
design.
content to people. It's also very
Yeah,
very powerful
I
technology.
didn't test the beer stuff, but I have seen that there is people that is actually designing in VR.
Yes.
Okay, so if you go to the first of the
Oh, this
thread,
is crazy. This is so cool. Man, this
if
looks
if you
like
go
some type of fabric texture. Okay, but yeah, where must I go? Sorry.
to the top,
Okay, scroll to the
okay,
top. Oh, there you Casca. Yeah. Wow, that.
okay, so
Whoa, that's
that
cool.
those are my reference that are from Christoph Wader.
Yeah.
And there is a user that helping me a lot that his name I think is F1 and some weird numbers.
Oh, this is so cool. And I'm also loving your lighting. I can see you just got looks
I
like a top light over
I, I,
there. Looks
I
really
didn't
nice.
do that. No, that's not my work.
Oh, this is a.
that work is from Christoph Bader, the artist that I sent you from York.
Oh, oh, okay.
I wish I can do that, man.
Okay.
And that pig head, can you see the pig
Yes.
silhouette? That's a object that came with Houdini that every Houdini user uses to test stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the file that the user F1 sent me to analyze, and it has a lot of potential.
I see. So I think I'm also. I'll probably give that a download as well. Oh, I need to sign in. Okay, but I'll sign in just now. Yeah, I can see this forum's actually a very good place to start
Let,
learning
let,
stuff. And I
let,
think I,
let
I
me check.
need I neglect forums too much, like with Octane and all of that. I'm like too reliant on Facebook, but I can see there's a lot of
Yeah,
hidden gems in the forums. A lot
yeah,
of it's like a like treasure you find in a
yeah.
gold mine.
Totally. All force is pure gold, man.
Yeah,
Let
it's
me
cool.
share the another. This one is great. Give me a second.
Okay, but this stuff
And
just
Tagma
looks
has great
amazing.
stuff. Okay, so I
So what's
sent. Have you checked in Tagma?
and Tegman? No, I'm not familiar.
You should definitely check in Tagma. They have like they are the most popular Houdini tutorials right now.
Oh wait, how do you spell that? Sorry, in
Okay,
Tegma.
let me type in tagma.com. I think it's .com or .net.
Okay.
I sent you the link on the Skype. They have some
Oh, in Tegma.
pretty great
Okay.
tutorials. Yeah.
Okay, let me just open that. Let's have a look in Tegma. Okay, I think my Google Chrome just crashed. What the? It's why is it not loading my int? Oh, there's nothing else going on here. Come on. I don't know. Is this simulation still running?
That's why the PC is slow.
Okay, well, wait. I think let me just close this for now. I don't know if it's
Yeah, sure.
using too much. What other programs now? I don't have anything else open. Okay, let me just close Chrome. Why is it doing that? Okay, this is odd. Okay, there it's loading. It's just
Yeah,
really slow.
uh,
Okay,
yeah, it's happened.
okay. Ah, I see. Particle system. Wait, so these are
And
all you said these are all Houdini related tutorials, right?
yeah,
Wow.
I
Okay.
think they have some on Cinema 4D, but the 99% they are from Houdini, and they are pretty advanced, but they
This is
explain
cool.
uh, great.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna check out these tutorials because I'm looking at the level of quality just from these screenshots
Yeah,
alone. Like this looks
but
awesome. I wanna try this.
they
Let
are
me go ahead and try
from
it.
the studio that is called Exponsa, that is great, like Man vs Machine.
Okay. Well, there we go. Intagma.com. This is probably
Yeah.
gonna be. Yeah, I'm definitely spending the rest of my night in Houdini, so I'm probably gonna watch. I'm probably gonna watch a couple tutorials here as well. Now, thanks for telling me about this. Jeez, this looks awesome.
Yeah, no
Okay,
problem.
Intagma.
If you check the old force for the thread that I sent you,
Mm-hmm.
the last on the chat, the you will find some pretty interesting abstract stuff in there too.
See. I'm gonna say I'll save all of these links to a text document as well, just so I can look back at this. Like I
Yeah,
said, this
sure.
this whole chat has been very helpful, Ezekiel. So I don't know if there's anyone else. Like I said,
I'm glad to help.
I'll probably upload this on YouTube. So if there's anyone
Yeah,
else watching this, I'm sure they've also learned quite a bit from you.
sure.
Ah, I see. Yeah, this looks like the type of artwork I'd see on Behance. You know,
Yeah,
it's got like that
that
aesthetic.
those are some tests that I did when starting to Houdini. And if you go to the top of the top of the thread,
Mm-hmm.
you will see on the top on the first message.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know why it isn't loading. I have put some references in there,
Yeah.
but
I think it's my
I,
internet. My internet's been a little bit
yeah.
shitty.
Well,
Also, I keep
if
getting
you
this unresponsive page. I don't know
I
why that's
see.
happening. Yeah.
So if you scroll down, I think that you should see the artist work from that I share.
Okay, let me scroll a little bit more down. I don't know. I'm guessing there's supposed to be a lot of stuff showing up on this page,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, that
This is
in
strange.
in 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 that thread you will find some interesting hip files to make
Yeah.
abstract stuff. You know.
Okay. No, I'll save this as well, and maybe post it in the comment section of the video.
Yeah,
If
sure.
anyone else wants to give this, if they want to have a look at this as well.
It's a
Okay.
shame that it isn't loading because
Yeah.
the examples that I post there that they are pretty from an artist that let me see if I can.
Let me restart my Google
Okay.
Chrome entirely, and let me close my Photoshop. I don't know if this thing's using a bunch of resources because it's actually slowing down quite
Yeah.
a bit. Let me load that again. No, not in Tegma forums. Okay, let's load that again and let's see. I don't know if there's someone
When I
else
have
using the
the
Wi-Fi. Okay, no, I'm having problems with the internet, but I'll definitely have a look at this
yeah, sure,
and
sure,
see.
no problem.
Okay,
You
yeah,
can you
now
can
it's
check
not
later
loading.
if you want.
Okay, see. Okay, there,
I
some
think
stuff's
that
loading
that
now.
I think that you are having problem. There you go.
Oh, this is I think I've seen this. This is that guy. Like I've seen this face used quite a bit. This model of this
There is
man.
a yeah, there is a 3D. I don't know if it's the girl, but
Oh,
there is a pretty common 3D scan of a head that everyone uses. You know.
oh, I love this, eh? I love this piece,
Yeah,
dude. This is
yeah.
amazing.
I started learning Houdini because I wanted to achieve that kind of stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
abstract stuff. And the user F1 again sent me a
Mhm.
file that have like every of that examples that
Mhm.
he had redone. So you can check that and
Let's
play
see.
with parameters, import your stuff, and learn
Mhm.
from there. You know,
Oh, awesome, man.
I think that
Thanks,
there
Ezequel.
are
Yeah. Oh, like this is crazy, man. Like how
yeah.
there's no ways you can get this level of quality and
I,
fidelity with any other
I
program. This is Houdini. This is
yeah.
100% Houdini.
When I saw that the first time, and when I was studying that hip file and trying to learn, I
Mhm.
I I thought that it was super difficult, you know, like for me it was like impossible. But
Yeah.
that kind of stuff from like the men with the holes is
Mhm.
pretty easy when you learn the basics.
Mhm.
Like
Let's
for
see.
example, you have the head and you have a noise on the head that have
Yeah.
black and white values, and then you delete the black values and you get the holes, you know.
Hmm. I see.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's
it's a matter of uh, adapting your thinking to the Houdini software.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, and just also deconstructing what you're
Yeah,
seeing in front of you. Mostyle.tv. Oh, okay. This reminds me of yeah, like pixel blocky art, like 8-bit
yeah,
art. That's quite cool.
yeah. That's the intro of the. This guy has a lot of tutorials on different styles of mockup designs. You know.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'll have a look at his videos. Think I'll subscribe.
Yeah, he has some great stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll give him subscribe and have a look at his channel. That's pretty cool. I also like this isometric artwork, like this low
Yeah, totally.
poly 8-bit stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Oh, and now that I see this name here as well, Redshift, I see that this render program is also becoming quite popular, eh? Even with some
Yeah,
Houdini artists. I know some Houdini
yeah.
artists using
It,
Redshift.
it's becoming popular, but I didn't try. I think that I'm going to stick with Octane. I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with Octane.
Yeah, no, Octane's
But
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
but Redshift is becoming very popular, and in Houdini too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I'm definitely gonna have a look at this thread and play around with some of the stuff on Houdini. So I'll be
Yeah,
doing that after that. But yeah, Ezekiel, I think we've been chatting for over an hour now.
yeah,
I think okay, you know what I'm gonna name this as? This will be the first. I'll call it a hangout. We'll just call
yeah.
it a
Okay,
hangout because we've been hanging out, chatting, and just
yeah,
discussing a lot of art-related things. So maybe if there's anyone else out there that's been watching this, I'm sure they've learned a lot of stuff from you. You've provided me with links to these awesome forums with hidden
yeah,
gems. You've basically showed me from start to finish how to create that technique in Houdini. So that's amazing. I know
yeah.
people are definitely going to benefit from that. And
I'm happy to
you're a really
help.
cool
And
guy to talk to as well. So I've had a good time chatting to you, Ezekiel. And then
I-
yeah.
I'm happy to help, man. And as I say before, it's my way to give in my 2 cents.
Yeah,
I have been watching your tutorials
yeah.
for some time, and I'm pretty grateful that you share stuff.
No, it's a pleasure, man. And that's what I believe in. It's just, cause like the art community, just trying to bring everyone together so that we can create more awesome artwork, and just
Totally,
sharing
totally.
sharing tips and tricks. So you've taught me
Yeah.
something valuable, and I'll definitely give you a mention with whatever artwork I create using the technique. And then
Okay, great.
I'm guessing this is probably gonna go up on YouTube. So
Okay,
thanks so
okay,
much,
that's great.
Ezekiel. I appreciate it, man.
Ha-
So
Have a
yeah.
fun time with Houdini, and if you have any question, I will do the best to help. I'm not a Houdini expert, but I know the basics, and if
Yeah.
I can help you, I will be glad to help.
And I think I've also been looking in the wrong places because I also struggle finding very good,
I,
like informative videos on Houdini. I don't know.
I
Maybe,
will I
yeah.
will before we end the conversation, I will type on the chat some names that has like the best Houdini tutorials, so
Okay.
you can share on the description if some people finds useful.
Okay. And then since this is unedited, before we actually end this video, I just want to record the intro for the video, just to mention what people can expect before they watch the rest of the video, if that's fine.
Yeah, sure, man. You are
Okay.
I have seen, as I said, you are the tutorial maker,
Yeah.
and all the stuff is great. So go ahead and edit like.
Okay. So you sent me a link to Cinema
So
4D.
I sent some names. Simon
Okay.
Fiedler. Um,
Okay. So these are all you'd say very popular Houdini artists.
yeah, those
Adam's.
are the best tutorials on Houdini that I found. Like for example, Ben Watts
Mm-hmm.
have a great uh, tutorials, and Simon Fiedler have another couple of awesome effects. Like for example, that effect that it's like a shape that is cut in several planes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Let me.
Okay. I see.
If if you
Adam
if you
Swab, Ben
if you
Watts.
check these users, I think they mostly are on Vimeo,
Mm-hmm.
and for example, Ben Watts, Daniel Kroviruchko, and Tagma and Simon Fiedler are on Vimeo. Hello Lux
Okay.
has a website, and Adam Swab, I think that he teaches on Hello Lux.
Okay. I see.
Um, they have some not only Houdini tutorials but quality tutorials.
I see. No, thanks so much because yeah, like I said, I really struggle finding really good content for Houdini. And that was also something that was a little bit like disheartening for me because the program itself is already so complex and now it's hard to find
Yeah,
good tutorials on the program as well. So
so,
yeah, I'll definitely check these
totally. I
guys
had
out.
the same problem. I had the same problem when I started, like searching Houdini tutorials like crazy, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't found Peter Quinn, and Rohan.
Ben Watts, Simon Fiddler, Adam
That
Swab.
Rohan Dalby,
Yeah.
no, Ben Watts. It's let me Ben Watts design on
Mm-hmm.
Google. It shall give you the website of Ben Watts, because the Ben Watts design, I think that shows the
I see
first
that.
link.
Yeah, there we go. Ben Watts
And
design.
Rohan Dalby, yeah,
Okay, Rohan.
BW, I think that
Rohan
BW
Dalvi.
design.
His name sounds very familiar. I think I
Rohan
actually
Dalby
did
has,
watch a tutorial on him
yeah,
with something with smoke,
he's
like a
very popular
spaceship.
because he has,
Yeah.
yeah, he has, yeah, the spaceship. He has a great
Yes, this
series
one.
for beginners, and he also have for advanced users.
I see. Okay. Now this is wow, Ezekiel. You've been extremely helpful, man. Thank you so much. Like, look at this. I've got a
I'm happy to help.
bunch of names that I can go and look at. And oh, I remember seeing this in Octane, the
Yeah,
Octane group. I do remember seeing this a
yeah.
while back.
For
Oh,
example,
this is cool.
if you want like crazy tutorials, Entagma, Daniel, Ben Watts, and Simon Fiddle. Rohan Dalby has a great series for beginners, like for getting the basics of the program,
Mm-hmm.
and Peter Quinn too.
I see.
And Ben Watts has for beginner and medium levels.
Okay, awesome. So
I, I
we've
think I
basically
think
got
I'm not.
people that can cover every skill level, from beginner to advanced,
Yeah,
intermediate.
yeah,
See.
because some a problem that I had when I started learning Houdini is that I watched tutorials and I get the result, but I didn't understand all the what the people was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to not only to type the nodes, but do understand what each node do and how the
Yes.
program works. And
Yeah,
and Rohan
definitely.
Dalby has a great series on that,
I see.
explaining like pretty slowly, for artists like me.
Mm. I see. No, but that's good. Um, just from looking at this piece over here, I know I might be getting a little bit sidetracked, but have you ever used a plugin called RealFlow for Cinema 4D?
I have no, I used a real flow some years ago, but I gave up because I I didn't have a machine like it was powerful enough, to run simulations.
I see.
But I saw that RealFlow launched a Cinema 4D plugin, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't try it.
It's really good, by the way. It just
Yeah.
makes the whole process a lot more easier because I remember with previous versions of RealFlow, you had to do so many things just to export it out of the
Mm,
program and bring it somewhere else. So they made the process
yeah.
a lot more easier and quicker uh,
Oh,
to use
I
with
will give it a
Cinema
try.
4D.
Yeah, I remember that RealFlow was kind of a tricky process to get into
Yeah,
into Cinema 4D
yeah,
stuff.
definitely. I remember watching some videos like long ago, some commercials where they had like this,
Yeah.
like a sponge cake, and there was like chocolate going onto the cake. And
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how they did that, and I remember that they mentioned a real flow. But I still think that
I,
Houdini will
I,
probably do like liquids and stuff like this way better. Real flow is
yeah,
good,
totally.
but
That's what
yeah.
yeah, I was going to tell you that when some years ago I think that RealFlow was the best program for liquids, but
Hmm.
nowadays I think that Houdini is
Yeah, the
the
go-to.
best software for liquids, for smoke, for fire. It's incredible powerful.
I think for everything,
Let, let,
for all simulations, it's probably like the best program you could use right now.
yeah, yeah, totally. let me see if I can find a user that makes like crazy stuff with real flow. I think the name was
Yeah.
Pixel. Let me see if I can.
Because I know you can definitely do stuff like this in Houdini, like these crazy explosions. Because there was a plugin I played around with in 3D Studio Max. It was called not Turbulence, I think Pyro FX. And that was also, it was quite good at doing
Yeah,
explosions. But then when I saw what Houdini is capable of doing, just with smoke and explosions,
yeah,
it, it's like it's
it's
at the
it's
top
it's
of the
pretty
list,
powerful.
dude. I think yeah, Houdini is probably
Yeah,
the
I,
best
I
program for
think
stuff like this.
I think that Houdini is the common tool, for movies and that
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that Nuke is another powerful tool, but that is more for compositing. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a second. I'm trying to find this
Yeah,
artist.
some really cool work from these guys that you mentioned. Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna
they
have a
have
look
some.
at their portfolios.
Yeah, they have some great tutorials. Daniel Kroviruchko, I think that's the name. It has a great channel on
Um,
Vimeo too.
sorry, what's the name?
Let me send you the link. Daniel Kroviruchko, I think that is he's Russian or something.
Okay,
Daniel Krivoruchko. I can never remember the name, but okay, there you go. So
okay. Let's open that Vimeo. That looks like is he Russian? Kurva
yeah, I think
Krivoruchko.
so.
Okay.
Can you see the link
Wow.
on
Yeah.
the chat?
Wait a minute. I think I remember seeing this Houdini sound-driven
Yeah, probably.
deformations. Yes, I think I've seen this. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's pretty popular. Yeah, that's another artist that makes some super cool abstract stuff.
Oh, okay, no, I'll definitely check out this guy's work. This looks cool, like this runway thing here with the fashion, because I'm actually
Yeah,
planning
that
to do something similar. That's
yeah,
cool.
that's
I'll
some
check
that's
that
a
out.
great tutorial. It's kind of difficult to follow, but
Yeah,
but it's great.
see the 36 minutes. Okay, awesome, man. That is crazy.
Okay,
This
so
is
you
like
have
some high, like like those crazy high-end fashion garments that you see, and it's all
yeah.
created with Houdini. Man, this is nuts. That's why I said this program has so much
Yeah,
potential. It's crazy.
yeah, it's a great program. It's been that tricky to get into it, but I think that it worth totally the time spent.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't know. Was there something else that you were about to mention now to me?
No, I
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. No, but we've covered a lot, man. You've
Yeah,
basically you've given me a bunch of names that we can research, and yeah,
yeah,
there's even a
that's
tutorial in the beginning. There's some art talk. It's just like everything. Yeah, we've covered a bunch of stuff, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat to me, Ezekiel. Really
I'm
appreciate it
happy
a
to help
lot, and yeah, I'm sure there's some other people that
anytime.
will benefit from this as well. But I think yeah, we've been chatting for an hour and 14 minutes right now. So this is a proper
Yeah,
hangout. But I appreciate it, Ezekiel. So I'm gonna
that's
go
it.
ahead.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead when I end this. I'll just record the intro, and then yeah, from there I think
okay,
I'll upload it on YouTube for some other people to benefit from as
okay,
well.
that's great. I hope we can help some people. I
No,
never
definitely.
I never done a tutorial, so this will be
Yeah,
like the first
this is your first.
tutorial hangout.
And
Yeah.
it's there. I mean, you helped me from start to finish, so the proof
Okay,
is in
man.
the pudding. Okay, then
Yeah.
Ezekiel. Well, thanks so much. Then I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay,
wrap this up, and just stay on the line for
okay,
the
great.
Skype call, eh? Because I'm gonna do the intro.
Okay. If
Okay.
if
Well,
you struggle with Houdini, let me know and I will be glad to help.
okay. You heard that, guys. If you struggle with Houdini, just go on Facebook and find Ezekiel
Yeah,
Grant, and he'll help you
yeah,
out with whatever you need. Okay, well, thanks,
yeah.
Ezekiel. Thanks for taking the
Yeah,
time to
man.
chat to me. And
Yeah.
yeah, we'll chat soon. All right, bye.
Okay.